Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Episode 74. My name is Tony Rosano, and this is the Affiliate Party Podcast. We are coming to you live early in the morning. Today, Sunday, September the 27th, at the time of this recording. Today, we are going to talk about leaps of faith. When should you take a leap? Now, you listen to this podcast, you and I both know that we want to be full-time. Now, it's not we want to be. We are full-time internet marketers. It's not about we are full-time internet marketers. Now, I know sometimes, some days you think I have to do my job and this and that. But at some point eventually, if you want to be some point you decide, you know in your heart, you say, hey, I'm going in full-time entrepreneur. No looking back, no hesitating, just diving in. And it's up to you to decide, when do you want to take that leap of faith? I think about that quite often. I think about that every day. Every day I'm ready to quit my job. I can't even sugarcoat it to you. So at some point in the next couple of months, I had to decide when am I going to take a leap of faith, and it'll be definitely be sooner than later. But we all have to decide at some point, because if you think about it, yeah, working 8 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours a day, getting a paycheck is great and everything. But being an entrepreneur, that's what we want to be. We want to be full-time marketers. So at some point, you have to jump. You have to tell yourself, when am I diving in? When am I taking that leap of faith? And leaps of faith are with anything. It's with the relationships. It's with your business. It's everything. You have to think to yourself, at what point am I going to cut the umbilical cord? I'm not a baby. You know, it's like I had a cousin. He would date one woman, then he would try to date two more women, and he'd go, you never know when it's going to fall out. That sounds ridiculous. You know, that sounds crazy. In a relationship, you want to just take a leap of faith. It's like you, the other person, that's it. Just take the leap, see where it goes. You never know. You might fall on your face, you might not. But at some point, you have to jump. You want to jump. It's just like business, just like being an entrepreneur. It's like, when is enough enough? When do you get tired of saying, oh, this is a side hustle. This is a side hustle. After a while, you don't want to keep looking at this as a side hustle. I don't want to look at this podcast like it's a side hustle, you know? This is not a side hustle. This is more than that. This podcast. I think about this podcast more than I think about my job. I think about marketing more than I think about my job. Marketing has engrossed my life. Marketing is where I want to be. Marketing is what I want to do. So at some point this year, I had to take a leap of faith and just say, F the job. I'm going for what I go. If I fall on no, I'm not going to fall on my ass, because you have to determine. If you're determined and you just keep going and keep striving, you will make something work. It might not be exactly what you want, but you will make it work. It might go in the opposite direction. It might go to the left, might go to the right. You never know. You might start off in affiliate marketing and go, somebody says, hey, you ever thought about copywriting? And then next thing you know, boom, you're a full-time copywriter. But if you just have the determination and the belief in yourself, you want to believe in yourself, and you just take the leap and start swimming. and you will make it. It's like when I was in the Navy, when I was in boot camp, they had us dive off a board. If we didn't know how to swim, we had to dive off a board, and then somebody would come pick us up, or somebody would grab us. So they say, once you hit the water or whatever, you go down. It's like, move your arms a little bit, and we'll come get you. So I remember me standing up there, and people was kind of like, well, at the time we was all young. Most of the people in my division, in my group, they were young, like 18, 19. So you stand up there and you like this guy. I remember this guy. He was from Mississippi. His name was Jennings. I remember him Columbus Day. He's like, "Are you nervous?" I said, "Yeah, I said, a little bit, but I mean, we're here for a reason. We had a purpose. I didn't come up here to turn back around now. So, and then of course the people, they was like, "Are you ready?" And it was pretty high. Well, according, if you never swam before, if you don't know how to swim, if you never really been in a pool, because I never really been. I might have been in the pool like once. Up until that point, the first 18 years of my life, maybe once. That was it, and I was in there for like 5 minutes and got out. So I was kind of nervous. I was standing up there. I took a deep breath. I said, "You know what? Forget about it." And then I just sort of dove. And of course, it's so crazy how when you're younger, you take more leaps. You just jump at everything. And then now when you start to get older, you seem to get more conservative. You get more nervous about it. It's like, why are you nervous? Why be nervous? Take that leap. If you know that this is what you want, if you have to, save up a little, you want to save up a month or so of cash, something like that. But if it's in your heart and you know it and you're ready, then just go for it. Just take the leap. Dive. Jump. And you will see more results. Because I thought to myself yesterday when I was driving yesterday, I'm thinking, I'm working 8-9 hours. I stopped last night. It was like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. And first thing I thought, I said, I gotta, before I even stopped, I knew I was like, I gotta do the podcast. And I was tired. It's been a long week. And I said, it doesn't matter. I'm doing my podcast because this is my podcast. This is for me. It's not for a stupid job. I'm not gonna say. I'm not saying that jobs are stupid or anything like that, but for me, the job I have, I've discussed this before, the whole truck driving thing. It's been a pain in my butt for a while, but, this is before I found out that I wanted to do this in a full-time capacity, and so I thought, I was like, I'm tired, but I'm not that tired to where I can't get up, do a podcast and knock it out, upload it, and go on, And of course, right after that, I crashed. But I'll go this morning. I woke up, I said, you know what? I saw the sun, and I said, today's a new day. Today's a new day for marketing. Today's a new day for the podcast. Today's a new day for me. And I just started thinking, I thought about this last night. I said, it's time. For me, now, like I said, I don't know where you're at in your life, but for me, it's time. It's that time to just leap, to just go for it. Blind faith. I mean, I know I can do it. I have the confidence. And confidence is, I had the belief. Confidence is fleeting. Confidence is when I get a haircut and I think, I'll tell my wife, I say, hey, look at me, honey. Look good today. That's confidence comes and goes. But I have a belief in myself. I have a belief in what I'm doing. I have a belief that I can help people. I believe I'm helping people now. I have that foundation. It's strong. It took me a long time to get to this point. Longer than most people probably. But, I mean, sometimes sometimes we let ourselves get in the way more than anything else. It's not a lot of the times we let ourselves get in the way of a lot of things that we want in life. Believe me. Sometimes, of course, as you know, I've been doing this. I've been driving the truck for 15 years, so I had to knock down a lot of, because it's at one point I remember in my life I was just like, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, and it made me sad. I was physically sad. I was like, oh my God, this is it? This is what I'm going to do forever? And I was like, ooh, I don't know. So, and then I told you I got married, and then after that, a few months after that, I said, you know what? I want to make plenty of money to, support my wife and take my wife places that she wants to go, because she wants to travel. She wants to rent an RV, drive the country. And I said, you know what? I want to be able to do that and still make money while I'm driving the RV and everything. So I'm going to start doing the online thing. And here we are, So that's where I'm at. So if you at a point in your life, and we all know, you know when you're at a crossroad. Matter of fact, it's so funny. I'm looking out right now, and I see two roads merging. It's like a crossroad. And, yeah, you just know where you're at. You know if you want to take, you know when it's time. It's in your heart. I'm not saying quit your job today. I'm not saying hate your job. You don't have to do any of that. We're not here for that. Jobs are okay. Jobs are not bad. Some jobs are great. I mean, if I was CEO of Coke, that'd be cool. If I was, CEO of Walmart, that'd be cool for a little while. Me, myself, I probably wouldn't be able to. I don't think I'm the type to be able to work at the same place for 30 years, I mean, I've worked at a trucking company for 5 years. That was about my max. And I just got tired of looking at them after a while, My wife tells me all the time, she says, you are an entrepreneur. You just don't know it. And I'm saying, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Because I've tried this for so long, and the job for me just doesn't work. It just has, even like, she's like, do you want to buy a truck? And I go, no, because I'll still be working a job. It's just like working a job. And for me, it's like, why would I want to buy one truck? And if I'm not driving the truck, I'm not making any money. When I can just drive this company truck and get benefits and all that kind of stuff. So that's just me. But at the end of the day, marketing, digital marketing, online marketing, this makes me happy. I know I can make, and I will make plenty of money from this. I made some money, but now we gotta crank it up, rack it up, and start making plenty of money, lots of money. But, so, when you're ready. We don't have to, it doesn't have to be a long, drawn out process. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of thoughts. If it's in your head, it's in your heart, you know it. I'm not the most religious person, but I know deep down in my spirit that it's time, It's time. People always say they're not like the most religious person, don't they? I've been to, I don't know about you, but I've been to a lot of different churches. I've been to I went to is it Mormon? Yeah, I've been to a Mormon church a few times, Catholic church a few times, Baptist church a few times. I sat outside when I was a kid, listened to the Pentecostal people, church. I've been around a few different religions, but they all interest me, Of course, I believe in a higher power. I don't know about you, but I believe, I believe in a higher power, but some reasons just, it's just in me these days. And it's in me more now than ever, It's like It's just knocking. It's knocking loud now, you know. It's at the point where it's loud. Like the noise in my head about, oh, let's go. It's louder than it's ever been. It's never been this noisy. So, some point in the next couple months, if I'm telling you live from my house for more than 2 days in a row, I've definitely quit and just turned to this on a full-time basis. So, that's just me. But take a leap of faith in anything, everything, something. If it's something that you want, something you believe in, something you know you. It's not about can. It's about, you know, some of these words. I'm not a motivational speaker, but some of these words you definitely want to. Don't say can. You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. You know, I mean, just go ahead and do it. You know, you want to use action verbs. You know, I will, I do. You know, things like that. But anyway, I take, I took. You know. But anyway, I hope that helps. You know. So if you're at the point where you know what you want, you know what you want to do, and just go for it. Just dive, you know. It's like there's plenty of examples you can look at. It's like I remember Sylvester Stallone, they wanted him, he wrote Rocky, they was like, we'll give you a few bucks if you kick rocks, and he was like, no, I want to act. And they was like, nah, kick rocks. And he was like, no, I'm an actor, I want to act. And they was like, kick rocks. And he just said, nope, I'm gonna star in this movie. And he wouldn't take no for an answer. He was convinced that he could write. He wrote the movie. He wanted to star in the movie. And I mean, for Sylvester Stallone, it paid off. I mean, of course, we know, will it pay out that big for you? Maybe not. But as long as you know, I mean, the one thing you don't want to live with is regrets in life. You don't want to say, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done that. I don't live with any regrets. I had no regrets in life. Everything happens for a reason. The only thing you can do is just keep moving forward, keep getting better, you know. This too shall pass. So one thing I've learned the last couple of years, every day, this too shall pass. You fuck up, you move on, you learn from it, you move on, you keep going, you keep striving, you know. But that's it for today. Sorry, this sounds like I'm not sorry. I'm not going to apologize. What? There's no reason to apologize, so. You know, that's another thing, you know, don't ever apologize for something that you know. I mean, this is how I feel. I can't apologize for that. These are my feelings, and that's that. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. My name is Tony Rizzano. We'll be back tomorrow with more hard-hitting episodes. Coming to you live from a location. Who knows? But anyway, my name is Tony Rizzano. This is the Affiliate Party Podcast. And we will talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, peace.